Let me show you how to solve this question. Here you are asked to find all the solution in the equation x minus 2 raised to the power of 4 equals to 81. This is the best way to approach the question. The first thing to note is that since you have 4 as the power here, that means our solution, we must have 4 roots, you understand? So we'll see it like this. We have x minus 2 raised to the power of 4 equals to 81. If you have a raised to the power of 4, a raised to the power of 4 can be written as a raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? So that means if I have x minus 2 raised to the power of 4, this can be written as x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? Okay, let's now replace x minus 2 raised to the power of 4 as this in this equation. So before we do this, let's quickly do it. I'm going to have x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to 81, right? Now, let's x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to p. Do you understand? So I'm going to replace, whenever I see x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 in this equation, I'm going to replace it as p. Do you understand? So for this, we're going to have x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to 81. Now, I'm going to replace this as p. I'm going to have p squared equals to 81. Okay? P squared minus 81 equals to what? 0, right? 81 can be written as 9 raised to the power of 2. So I'm going to have p squared minus 9 raised to the power of 2 equals to 0. Using difference of 2 squared, I'm going to have p plus 9 multiplied by p minus 9. This will be equals to 0, okay? P plus 9 equals to 0, right? And then p minus 9 equals to 0. P equals to negative 9 or 9. Since we've gotten the value of p as negative 9 or 9, recall that x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to p. Do you know? So, since x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to p, when p equals to negative 9, I'm going to have x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to negative 9, right? Now, take the square root of both sides. I'm going to have x minus 2 equals to plus or minus 3i. This is just, this is a complex number, you understand? You're going to have 3i. So, for this, I'm going to have x is equals to 2 plus or minus 3i. X equals to 2 plus 3i or 2 minus 3i. Okay, so we have gotten the first two roots. By the way, if you want to understand how I got 3i here, this is just a concept in complex number. Are you getting it? Whenever you try to simplify or you punch the square root of a negative number on your calculator, you're going to have math error or syntax error. Are you getting it? But in complex number, in an attempt to help us to simplify this kind, you can make use of this concept in complex number. If you have the square root of maybe a squared or negative a squared, you're going to have square root of a squared multiplied by square root of negative 1, right? I'm going to have a multiplied by I, because square root of negative 1 is I, where I stands for imaginary unit. So you're going to have ai, right? So I use the same concept here. If you want to take the square root of negative 9, this can be written as square root of negative 1 multiplied by 9, right? Because minus 1 times 9 will give me what? Minus 9. So for this, I'm going to have square root of negative 1 multiplied by square root of 9. Square root of negative 1 will give you I. Are you getting it? Multiplied by square root of 9, that is 3. So that's why I have 3i. Do you understand? Okay, now let's go back to this. So we have two roots of x when p equals to negative 9. Now, let's find the value of x when p equals to 9. For this, I'm going to have x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to 9, right? So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Do you understand? So I'm going to have x minus 2 equals to 3. X equals to 2 plus or minus 3, right? X equals to 2 plus 3 or 2 minus 3. Are you following? Okay. X equals to 5 or negative 1. Okay. So we've obtained the four values of x. Permit me to erase this. If you want to learn more on complex number, you can check the link in the description of this video, okay? So let's list out the values of x. X1 equals to 2 plus 3i. X2 is equals to 2 minus 3i. X3 is equals to 5 and X4 is equals to negative 1. Both are imaginary roots. Are you getting it? This and these are imaginary roots. So that is the solution to the question. Many students do for today's. Whenever you are asked to find all the solution of an equation, you are asked to solve for all the values of the unknown in that equation. You understand? But let's say you are only asked to find real roots. The real roots are 5 and negative 1. Are you getting it? Because they do not have an imaginary unit. Do you understand? So that is the solution to the question. If you want to learn more, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay?